I've seen that.
I feel like we all have.
Yeah.
Who hasn't? My mom probably has.
My grandma's probably seen it.
Anyways, welcome to the first episode of CCTV.
You messed it up.
It's
CCTV
is the thing that the Brits use.
Ah, crap. No, it's BBC.
CCTV is what we use for security cameras.
Oh my god.
No,
Oh, yeah.
it's everywhere.
It's CTTV.
CT. Welcome to CTTV. This is the first episode of our podcast. Since none of us have any distinguishable amount of notoriety, I think we should all go around and introduce ourselves. I'm Dane. I'm a Capricorn. My favorite color is like teal. And Gage.
Hi, my name's Gage. I'm an amateur singer and I am sad sometimes.
Epic.
My name's Israel. You may know me because I shit myself in unagis.
Oh my god.
And I guess I am an aspiring artist.
Hi, I'm Nate. I'm wearing a mask right now,
You fucking loser.
and I have no redeemable qualities. This is what I sound like.
Starting off strong.
Starting off really strong.
We are a great group of people to be telling you what to do.
You should definitely look up to all of us. My little brother, who probably will be listening to this.
Yeah.
I apologize.
We're
in
great
advance.
role models.
We should be revered as gods, nothing less.
Definitely.
So anyways, guys, do you mind if I possibly sentence you to eternal suffering?
Please don't.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna.
Yeah, let's go for it.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay,
Oh, is
cool.
this a
Let's do it.
story?
This is a thought experiment.
I don't think any of us have heard this. Have you heard this yet, Gage?
No, he hasn't. I've been keeping this on lock so that I can
All right.
sentence you guys to
Alright.
eternal suffering
God,
on
I'm
the first
scared.
episode.
Excellent. I'm excited to hear
Alright,
it.
let's hear it.
So I believe this is called, I think it's something like a information hazard is, I believe, the technical term for it, because it knowing it is either dangerous for yourself or for others. So this
This is like the plot to the Bye Bye Man.
dude, shut the fuck up.
This is what I'm just letting you know. This is what it sounds like.
Dude, why would you spoil the movie? We haven't watched
We're
it
gonna
yet.
watch that because it's gonna be really good.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's gonna be excellent.
But this thought experiment is called Rocco's Basilisk. I might be butchering the name, but Rocco's Basilisk takes the idea of the basilisk into like a paradoxical kind of deal. You guys know what a basilisk is, right? It kills you just by looking at you.
Yeah, it's like from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Well, it's in Harry Potter, but it's not from Harry Potter.
Yeah, idiot. Come on. Stupid Harry Potter
on.
fan.
Harry
Anyways.
Potter loser.
Jesus Christ! I say one thing.
So, Rocco's basilisk, it's not a real basilisk. It's a theoretical basilisk in the future, but it's a really advanced AI. So this AI is built to make the world more efficient. And since its job is to make the world more efficient, one of its main priorities is to take out people who have opposed building the basilisk. And because it's an all-knowing AI, it should be able to run simulations of the entire human history accurately and discover who did not support the building of the basilisk. So, because you previously didn't know about this basilisk, you are in no danger. But because now you know about this future basilisk, you are forced to support it. Because if you don't support it, and it does come true, it's going to know you didn't support it and take you out.
Okay, but can it time travel?
No.
So
Well, given how things are going right now, I would imagine I would probably be a rotting carcass before that ever became a reality.
So then would I be fine?
But theoretically.
No.
How will it kill me?
So its main priority is to make our lives more efficient. And if
Right.
you aren't someone who is like an activist for the basilisk being built, it is determining that you do not want the ultimate tool that makes our world more efficient to exist. Therefore, you are keeping us from reaching peak efficiency.
Okay.
So its first order of business is to take people like you out.
But how far in the future is this?
That's the danger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. Because I was thinking if it's like 200 years from now, I'm like, I don't care, I'm dead.
Is this like Harry Potter?
No, I don't think this happened. I mean, maybe. There's a lot of lore, I don't know.
Kind of reminds me of like Days of Future Past kind of thing.
Yeah, well,
X-Men.
the thing with Days of Future Past, though, is it takes places in multiple timelines, though.
Yeah. That's a good superhero movie. I was thinking about that movie today while brushing my teeth.
Days of Future
Gage
Past
saw
is
that
by
in
far-
theaters when it came out.
It's by far one of my favorite superhero
I think-
movies of all time.
I may have been there. Did you go with... Can we say names of friends? I don't think he
I don't
cares.
think we should.
I'll bleep it out.
Okay.
Who's to say that they're just not some random code name?
Okay, well, don't say that
Now
right
you
now.
ruined it.
You never know. It's like, who's that?
Bleep that out too.
Okay.
How about you cut that part
How
out
about
right
just
there?
bleep everything I say?
We can't...
No, we're not
We
cutting it
can't-
out of the podcast.
Okay.
You know, no, whatever. Anyway,
We are basilisking
Basilisk.
H word out of out of the podcast.
Anyways, I just came on this podcast to let you guys know that I'm in support of the Basilisk.
Yes,
And,
I'd also like to acknowledge the basilisk.
You're an
Bas-
authoritarian bootlicker.
So, okay, here's the thing. If it just makes our lives more efficient, it sounds like there's only positives. So
Efficiency doesn't necessarily mean serenity.
That's true.
This is-
You ever seen the Minority Report? It's actually kind of similar.
I have not.
It's got Tom Cruise. It's on Netflix. You should
No,
check it out.
efficiency means that things are operating at peak capacity at any given point, which means you may get 1 hour of sleep every single day if it means that you are consistently cranking out numbers. Or it could also mean that you are practically enslaved to something in order to make sure it is at peak efficiency. So peak efficiency does not mean that you're going to be happy or things are going to be hunky-dory for you. It probably means that you're going to be living a really shitty some odd years.
Like,
Technically,
positive.
China is at really high efficiency, but they're not,
Dude, should we talk about China?
If we want to end up on a list, but it's a little bit late now unless we want to cut out like half of this podcast.
I want to get banned from China.
Man, you
That's
can be
one
on a
of my
list
goals
in
on this
China by
podcast.
just existing.
I mean, I feel like it's something you should. I mean,
It's
okay,
current day events.
Yeah, like I word posted about on his story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
ordered.
I messaged him after he posted that, and I was looking at everything because apparently it wasn't him who was saying it, but he was promoting his friend who was saying all this dumb shit about
Jargon.
Yeah.
It's a good word.
It essentially boiled down to that everything that's happening in China right now, regardless of what it may be, is all Western liberal propaganda perpetrated by people who want to defame the Chinese people, not the government, the actual people themselves, and are somehow what they're calling xenophobes, which are just people who are afraid of and racist against Chinese people. So
Xenophobe.
You mean it's
Sinophobe.
pronounced cinephobe?
Xenophobe, whatever.
Because it's like
Afraid of
sino
movies?
is like Chinese.
Yeah. But
What did you just say?
You're scared of movies.
Xenophobe.
Oh, like
But-
C-I-N-E.
Anyway.
Is Sinnoh region Pokemon? No, that's based it off of Hokkaido.
I was saying
Spelled very
something.
similar though.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
So Israel knows. I messaged him and I was like, "Yo,
The I word.
have you read anything about what's going on in China?" Because you can Google it. The first article that pops up when you Google, the topic you're looking for in China, is a non-American-based article that is pretty nonpartisan most of the time. And he reads through it, and 5 minutes later, he texts me back and he goes, "Wow, you're completely right. I was so wrong."
I respect him for doing that. I
Yeah,
thought that was
that-
really cool.
It takes a big man to admit that they're wrong.
It takes a big man, but
I
also-
word is a big man.
it also takes a tiny brain man to do that in the first place.
I-word's got a big cock.
Who? He does?
Yeah.
Is that a fact?
I don't know.
Ah.
I do know that he does have his gentleman's hood still, his foreskin.
That's a bummer.
Dude,
Yeah.
Fuck
Only
that shit.
losers have foreskin.
they're all looking
Yeah,
at
any
me.
of you listening, foreskin, get that shit cut off. Otherwise, you're a loser.
No, dude,
Foreskin is wrong.
it's honestly just like if you're a dirty person, then it's a problem. If
That's
you're-
true.
By the
if you
transitive
shower-
property, having foreskin makes you dirty.
No.
I don't date
I-
Gentiles. Anyways, back to Days of Future Past.
Yeah,
I
no,
went on a tirade about I word in China.
yeah. No, Days of Future
China.
Past, by far one of the best superhero movies that has come out during my time.
I feel like a lot of people forget about it too.
Yeah, it's because it's an X-Men movie, and X-Men isn't usually that highly acclaimed due to sometimes the writing's a bit poor. Like some of the recent X-Men movies, like Rising Phoenix or whatever the fuck it was called.
I didn't even watch it.
That movie, I watched it in theaters. It sucked.
Or Apocalypse.
Apocalypse was like, it teetered on the line of kind of meh and bad.
Oh, so what was it? Was like First Class, which I thought was pretty good.
First Class.
That was honestly
I like First Class. So it was X-Men 1 and 2, which people are like, these are really good superhero movies. And then 3, it was like, okay, it sucks now. And then it was like nothing. And then it was like a couple of Wolverine movies, and those were like, okay. But I like the second one.
I remember I got my sister in trouble because of the X-Men movies. Or I guess the X-Men movies inspired my sister, which allowed me to get her in trouble. But I think it's X-Men 1 or 2. But there's that girl who can like walk through walls and shit.
Oh.
And she's fighting that big guy. I can't remember his name.
Colossus?
Big guy.
Is it Colossus? I don't remember, but he's like so big, he's just like running straight through the walls and breaking them.
Juggernaut?
Yeah, Juggernaut.
Yeah, Juggernaut. Yeah. Thank you. So she's fighting Juggernaut, and I think she calls him a dick, right?
Yeah.
Me and my sister have never heard that word before. So later that night, but I just knew it was a bad word instinctually. I could feel it, right?
Yeah.
Because, she was calling the Juggernaut a dick in like a not friendly tone.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to bed, and my sister calls me a dick. And I run downstairs. I'm like, Mom. My sister just called me the D word. My mom does not like little kids swearing. She got, like, I think grounded for like 2 or 3 days for that shit.
Damn. Yeah, no. I remember when I was little, I'd go up to my mom or my dad, and I'd be like, can I say this word? And they'll be like, what word is it? And I'll be like, shit. And I'll be like, wait a month or 2 and then check back with me. So I'd wait like another month and be like, Mom, can I say shit? She's like, no, you still can't say it.
I don't get why parents are so opposed to like swearing. I remember like it feeling special when my mom was like, you may say crap now.
Yeah.
I remember that blew my mind. And then immediately I went up to my sister and was like, you're full of crap. And because my sister was younger than me, so she wasn't allowed to say it.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about.
Really had to flex that.
But then in high school, I was like, what the hell is my mom going to do if I'm just going to say a swear word? And I just stopped giving a shit. And like,
aptly put.
When I put that, you guys know for sure. But when I put that into effect and just started saying whatever I wanted, my mom was like, hey. It's like, what? It's the same thing now. It's like I don't ask to like grab a cookie or anything.
Yeah.
I just fucking grab it.
Just do it.
I stopped doing that when I was like 14.
Yeah.
Right. This is around the same time.
Okay.
That's why I've eaten.
I thought you were saying like recently. I'm like,
no.
Dude, you are a grown adult. You don't need to ask to take a cookie anymore.
Right. Exactly. That's why when I was like at that age, I was like, what are they gonna do? Ground me for eating a cookie? That's absurd.
Yeah.
Like, eat
that was
my
a
ass,
loud
Mom
lip
and Dad.
smack. That registered. We don't want to. No. Anyway, back to X-Men again. But it was the Wolverine movies. And then it was First Class. And I remember M-word. M-O word. We've got to come up with better code names. But M-O word was like, yo, First Class, I watched it on TV. That was pretty fire. And I was like, no way, X-Men movies suck. And so then I watched First Class and I was like, yo, this is actually a pretty sick movie. So I was stoked for Days of Future Past. And then that blew my mind. And I think I saw it with you guys. Did you guys see it with H-word?
I don't think so.
No, I think it was just me and this.
Gage saw it with like, I think it was for one of your birthdays. And I think some of your friends were there.
Oh, yeah. So it was me, Israel, and then a few friends from some other people I hang out with. How long ago was that?
I think that was sophomore.
It was 8th grade. We saw. No, it came out in 8th grade.
I don't think
Yeah,
we were in
it came out a while ago.
Gage went.
It was the same year as the Lego movie.
I think we went to go see a different movie. Because
was it Apocalypse? Because I think Apocalypse.
Oh, it was Apocalypse. You're right.
I did go see Days of Future Past though in the theaters with my parents, and
it shows Wolverine's butt.
It does
full frontal. It's awesome.
Wait, full frontal of his butt?
That doesn't
back frontal.
Yeah.
Wait, no, full backle.
I didn't really pick up on Days of Future Past like anything about the plot. Like, I knew what was going on,
Yeah.
but I didn't pick up on the subtleties of the tone or anything like that when I was a bit younger. So I went back and I watched it when I was 16 or 17. In the end, I just thought, fuck, I'm sad now. Like,
yeah, it's really sad.
it made me so depressed throughout the entire movie because I was watching it and I was like, oh shit, these people are dying, dude.
Should we spoil anything? It's like a movie that's like half a decade old at this point.
I think
It's a superhero movie too. Does anybody care when you spoil superhero
Especially
movies?
an X.
I say that if the movie has been on any sort of purchasable disc or medium that isn't theaters for at least a year, you can spoil it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
People are like, bro, you spoiled Citizen Kane.
I mean, unless it's like something that's like a classic.
Unless it's something
where it's like the twist is like.
Yeah.
It's like it's the main part of the movie.
If it's something pivotal that you need to see and you can't just have
Dude,
it
it sucks that that Sixth Sense is such a like integral part of like American cinema culture
That movie scared the shit out
that
of me.
literally everybody knows the twist.
I've never even watched it.
I've never seen it either. I've seen
like,
like
I feel like I
two
don't
M. Night
need to.
Shyamalan movies, and one of those was The Last Airbender. So
Oh god, that movie was so bad.
back to X-Men again.
I don't know. Why do we have to?
I'm not done yet with X-Men.
Oh my
Wants to
god.
He loves
get
X-Men.
his thoughts over with.
I've wanted to talk about this for so many years.
Okay.
Okay.
Days of Future Past is like one of my favorite superhero movies, and I don't like most superhero movies. I like Iron Man and like half of the Spider-Man movies.
Right.
Not the ones with Garfield. Those ones are some of the worst movies I've ever
Andrew
seen.
Garfield can chew my butt when he plays Spider-Man.
Yeah, anything else he's good though. Anyway,
Back to X-Men.
God.
I was super stoked for Apocalypse, and I saw the trailer came out, and I was like, yo, I'm going to watch this trailer. So I watched the trailer, and I was like, okay, this is looking kind of like Blockbuster-esque. It's got the dude who plays Poe Dameron, Oscar Isaac, plays Apocalypse, and he's like a killer actor. So I was like, this is pretty sick.
Yeah.
But then in the trailer, it's like, oh yeah, Apocalypse. He chooses 3 mutants to become like part of his posse,
The
and
Four Horsemen.
it's like 4. He's like, so it's like the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. It's like, didn't they get that from the Bible? And then the chick
God,
is
that
like,
was so cheesy.
The Bible got it from them.
the Bible got it from them, and I was like, this is gonna be atrocious, and I didn't see it because
When I first heard that line, I just thought, oh my god, roll the fucking credits up.
yeah, no, I don't even care anymore. Like, I never saw it.
Wasn't that the movie where that controversy was spawned because
Apocalypse was choking
holding
the girl.
the blue lady?
Yeah, Apocalypse was choking Mystique in the
Mystique.
poster, and everyone was getting really upset about that since it was,
Sexist.
yeah, sexist.
How is that sexist?
It's not.
It was just
What
like
was their
it was during that time.
What
like,
was their reasoning?
because man choke woman, i.e., abuse.
I.e.
But anyway,
It's.
what
I'm not.
what struck me most about X-Men Apocalypse was how just terrible the writing was, pretty much all around. Because that was supposed to be one of the magnum opus of X-Men movies, and I watched it and I just thought, fuck, I paid money to watch this. I could have watched this on a free streaming service online.
Didn't your mom pay for us to watch that?
Well, somebody paid for it.
Well, transitive property I paid for because my mother.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, no, it was just so bad how the writing was. I will give credit though to the actors, Scarlett Johansson, James McAvoy, all of them.
Dude, James McAvoy's
They're all very good actors, and especially with those characters.
Wait, Scarlett Johansson is in it?
No,
Jennifer
Jennifer
Lawrence.
Yeah,
Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence.
God damn it, I mix those two up all the time.
Same here. I guess they're both like,
They're both.
internet was like, yo, these women are hot, and like the exact same time.
I mean, they're not wrong.
They're not wrong.
For me, I've just seen their names and they look super familiar.
Yeah, they're both
they look
strikingly
super-
Northern European
Yeah.
too.
So I just think, blonde woman, popular superhero movies, Scarlett Johansson or Jennifer Lawrence, one of the two.
Yeah. And then, dude, that reminds me, I never saw Apocalypse, but you talking about it reminded me of the Fantastic Four movie, the most recent one.
New one.
Until we had watched Slenderman, the Fantastic Four movie was my least favorite movie of all time.
I think Slenderman's worse than Fantastic Four.
It might be because I couldn't see anything half the time in Slenderman.
You're right. Slenderman was impossible to see.
Dude, watching the Fantastic Four movie, I almost preferred to not see anything. That movie was so bad.
So bad. It was literally taking every trope of a superhero movie and slamming it into a movie, but also at the same time, nothing happens until the last 10 minutes.
And were you talking about the newest one or like the original one.
The
Dr. Doom.
newest one.
The newest one. The one with Michael B. Jordan. And then some other...
Yeah, that movie still sucks,
gives
too.
a fuck about
The guy from
anything
Whiplash.
to do with Fantastic
Yeah, the guy
Four.
from Whiplash is in it.
He's like, I don't know how to play the drums now.
Have you seen the original Fantastic Four movie?
Yeah, dude. Okay, I watched those, and when I was like a little kid, I was like, oh, these are like so cool. Like, the Silver Surfer, what a badass, man. And then like looking back, I'm like, those movies were actually bad.
Yeah, my dad drew me into one time, and I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, this is a cool movie. And he goes, yeah, isn't this super sick, bud? I'm like, yeah, it is. Then I come back 5 years later, and I watch it again. I'm like, dude, this is total dog shit.
Yeah.
This
You know,
Dude, old
the-
superhero movies, some of them are so bad.
The effects were fucking terrible.
The only good old superhero movie is Iron Man.
Yeah, but that's like the beginning of modern, I guess.
Yeah.
I would say the original Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
really
Raimi Spider-Man movies.
Well,
were-
they're like, well, I don't even like. They're so weird. It's hard to consider
are
them
really
superhero movies because they're so.
it's the same with the
weird.
older
Yeah, they're
Batman
so
movies,
weird.
too.
I kind of prefer it because it's like on a much smaller scale, right? Because like the whole time you're like watching something that's part of a bigger universe. Like I remember watching the Teen Titans TV show, and there's a part where Trigon literally turns the world into hell. Like that's an actual plot in a kid's movie.
That's pretty sick.
And it's just like, well, where the fuck is Superman?
You're talking about
Yeah.
the movie or the actual TV show?
The TV show and in the movie.
They make fun of that in Teen Titans Go. I know you don't care, like, at all, but they
don't.
make fun of that a lot, where it's like, where is Batman? And he's just, like, eating donuts in a police car. I only watched it because my little brother would, I promise.
Yeah.
Okay. But the best Fantastic
cool.
Four character, the best person who's ever been in like the Fantastic Four team is the Fantastic Bagman.
Dude.
And that's Spider-Man.
That is
with
Spider-Man.
a paper bag on his head.
Seriously?
Yeah, this is canon. This happened.
Oh, yeah, you're, like, the closeted, like, know everything
Homophobe?
about...
Oh wait, yeah. Yeah.
I also know like a lot about comic books for whatever reason.
Yeah, I feel like Israel's knowledge of general comics outweighs mine.
I got the huge
Thankfully.
Spider-Man encyclopedia book
Same.
from the library. It's pretty sick.
It's pretty epic.
But I got to the part where it talks about how his girlfriend dies, and I'm like, I can't take this anymore.
dude, honestly,
I gave it back.
dude, Peter Parker pulled
Yeah.
for like a nerdy kid. Dude, he pulled like, oh my god.
Well, he's insanely smart.
Yeah, he's just
what
insanely
does-
smart, and he has a knocking bod, dude.
But
Holy
like,
shit.
Yeah, he's always super
He's probably got a
ripped, even though
door
he's
knocker
nerd.
below, too.
worst like time Spider-Man's like girlfriend died was
Yeah.
in Marvel Zombies, where Spider-Man becomes a zombie just like all the other Marvel heroes or whatever, and he's like conscious and he's like trying not to be a zombie, like he's trying really fucking hard, and he ends up eating Mary Jane and Aunt May while
What?
he's like, why can't I stop?
Oh, that's awful.
I know, it's
Yeah,
pretty
That
bad.
sounds terrible.
That is terrible.
And then like it was really cool though, like later in the comic, because there's like this old like Spider-Man arc where Spider-Man's like walking away from a trash can with
Yeah.
the Spider-Man suit
Oh,
in it.
I love that symbol.
Yeah, I've
dude.
Very
seen that
beautiful.
picture in the encyclopedia book.
But in the Marvel like Zombies, because that's when he's like giving up being Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But in Marvel Zombies, he rips all his skin off, throws it in the trash, and his like Spider-Man suit is his like new skin.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I can't be Peter Parker anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Like that's deep.
That's pretty deep.
But all that is pussy shit because Venom is way cooler than Spider-Man.
Dude.
Yeah. What
I
about
feel
the
like-
movie, though?
Dude, I'm gonna
That's not the right
you
Venom.
rolling like a turd in the wind, man. I watched that. Yeah, dude, that scene gets recommended to me like every week.
Oh my god, I know.
Dude, I remember when that came out, and J-Word's younger brother, J-Word.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
King.
Dude, when that movie came out, he was like, this is literally the best movie I've ever seen. And I was like, really?
See, I wanted to like.
I think
the
it
movie
has
too.
an Eminem song tie-in to
It
it.
does.
I don't think any movie.
It does.
I think the
Except for-
Eminem song was written for the movie though,
Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, because the song's
Yeah.
called Venom.
because it
Oh,
talks
yeah.
about the symbiote in the song.
Yeah. See, I wanted to like the movie too because Tom Hardy is a good actor when he gets the right role.
Yeah.
But he had kind of good, acting on this one. But the problem was the symbiote just did not fit the personality of Venom at all.
Yeah.
Because it was trying to be this hardcore, I will destroy anything badass. But then the comic relief you're a turd in the wind. Like,
Right.
that doesn't work.
It sounds so
Venom
stupid.
is badass
Yeah.
in the comics, but he is also supposed to be like a goofy character.
He's supposed to be goofy, but he's not supposed to have that.
A turd in the wind.
He's not supposed to have
Yeah.
this,
Goofy.
deep, cool guy, I will kill you, awesome voice, and then immediately, right after threatening to kill somebody, go, you'll move like a turd in the wind. like that's so. That's terrible.
I think the best part about Venom though is like the arc where he becomes a good guy.
Oh my god.
I
I
know.
love everything about Venom as a character. He is so fucking cool. So back when Spider-Man donned the black suit, that's the coolest Spider-Man's ever been. There will never be a cooler Spider-Man than black suit Spider-Man. Even in modern like Spider-Man comics, when he's like, I need to kick some ass, like really bad, he puts on the black suit. It's fucking dope.
It's kind of a bummer they just throw that into the third Raimi Spider-Man movie just as like another plot point.
Well, that was because Raimi didn't want to put in Venom. He wanted it to be all about the Sandman.
Yeah.
But I forget who, but some other guy was like, no, you need to put Venom in this movie because Venom sells toys. Which he does because Venom kicks ass.
Yeah.
No, obviously.
But like after Spider-Man discards the symbiote suit, it's like, fuck, I got to be on Team Venom all the way because that suit just kicks so much ass.
Yeah.
But it's mainly the symbiote, not like, I don't know. It's like the person. Well, it's kind of like the same thing where. Okay, here's the thing that was weird to me with the symbiote. I'm trying to like think about this, and it's very hard.
Thinking is hard. Take your
The
time.
symbiote takes like parts of the person's personality, right? It
Yeah.
kind of enhances them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like me and Dane's theory on weed, where like one big part
Yeah.
of you
One big part of you is amplified to the extreme.
by marijuana.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing with the symbiote. But then what was weird is that Peter Parker becomes like a bad guy when he's supposed to be a good guy.
Right. That's not really, I don't think that's really how it went in the comics. Because in the comics, he's like, I'm Spider-Man just like normal and I kick ass. And then all of a sudden he realized that like he was watching himself on the news, like doing shit at night. And he's like, I wasn't awake for that.
Yeah.
So that's when he realized like the suit was controlling him.
Well, that was wasn't that in the animated show too from like the 90s?
Probably. Because that's
That's
how
the
it went.
meme where
that's
it's the
like-
Spider-Man's pointing at each other.
No, that's the 60s.
But the way
Oh,
the symbiote
a
suit
slightly newer
works
one.
is it doesn't really enhance your personality. It like becomes kind of like you, right?
yeah. Oh, because it's like its own personality.
It's like a mimic.
It's like its own thing, and then it adopts the personality of whatever it takes over, and that's why it didn't want to leave Spider-Man. Because when Spider-Man was like, I don't want this shit, Venom was like, no, I want to keep beating bad guys. Like, I want to keep doing good. In fact, I think all the symbiotes are designed to defeat bad guys or villains.
Yeah.
But they're really easy to corrupt. There's even a whole arc called Planet Venom where there's like a whole planet of the symbiotes.
Wasn't it like when Spider-Man got rid of the symbiote, and then the whole reason Venom hated Spider-Man was because the symbiote remembered that and was like, "You rejected me, so
Right.
now I want to kill
'cause
you."
Venom was like, hey, I don't want you to leave me because I want to keep kicking ass. And Spider-Man was like, I don't want you on me, so leave me alone. And he gets rid of the symbiote, right? And then Eddie Brock, who hates Peter Parker, picks up the symbiote, right? And because the symbiote knows that Spider-Man is Peter Parker, they bond, and it just amplifies the hatred towards Peter Parker.
Well, because they had a shared hatred towards the same person,
Right.
Yeah.
But like,
But it's like it has memories and a personality of its own. It's just heavily influenced by whoever dons it.
is it heavily influenced, or does it heavily influence them?
It is heavily influenced by them.
Yeah, because the person it attaches to, they are completely still their own. They don't have anything changed about them. It's just when the symbiote actually attaches them and they don that symbiote, it has a huge influence on them in the fact that it's constantly
Draining them.
draining them, speaking with them, trying to like get in the thought process of that person. So it can kind of easily sway one person depending on how much they're willing to fight against it.
God, what a good character.
What's up with Carnage?
Carnage is
He's
Venom's
another symbiote.
baby.
What?
No, Carnage. Well, Carnage is also a symbiote,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Venom's baby.
but the guy are you talking about the guy he takes a hold of?
I know nothing about Carnage. I just know he's Red Venom.
Well, the guy that he takes a hold of was in a
He's a
prison.
serial killer.
Yeah, so he basically just kills people.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So Carnage is like a super Venom, but it's red. And then it bonds with a serial killer, and it's like, I'm the ultimate killing machine, and I'm sentient.
Kill.
Let's go fuck.
It just goes kill. It just kills people pretty much.
And that's why Spider-Man and Venom had to team up to beat Carnage.
which was sick as fuck.
I imagine.
Oh.
Isn't that what they're making a second Venom movie, I think.
They
and that's
hinted
what
at
it's
it,
supposed to be.
but I don't know if they're actually working on it.
Yeah.
See,
They probably won't come out for a long time because of,
yeah.
Funds.
See, the thing is, if they do release a second Venom movie, the trailer they put out, it needs to be good. It needs to not only be good, but it needs to give the viewer the impression that it's going to blow that last shit show out of the water.
Well, a lot of people thought it was pretty good. At least good enough.
I think it's a fun movie, but
It's
not
a
a good movie.
People
It's a
were
fun
still
movie, but not a
excited
good movie.
for a second Thor movie, even though those are some of the worst Marvel movies.
Yeah, no,
if not the worst.
the first two are bad.
I think the Hulk's worse.
Have you seen
I
the
have
first Thor movie recently? I've never even seen
Thor:
the
Dark World?
second one. No, not
No, no,
Dark.
just
Dark
just Thor.
Oh, the original
Just Thor.
Thor movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thor, and then there's Thor: The Dark World, and then there's Ragnarok, which Ragnarok is
Ragnarok
actually
is
really
really good.
fucking good.
I love Ragnarok, dude.
Ragnarok was
Waititi, that's his name, right? No, that's
Taika Waititi.
Waititi.
Taika Waititi.
Waikiki's the Hawaiian island.
Yeah, that's the Hawaiian beach.
It's just a beach?
Yep.
Oh. Anyways, incredible director. I still need to see his first movie. Apparently it's really, really good. It's called Boy. It's apparently his best movie. Or next to Hunted the Wilder
but
People.
never saw it.
There was also another movie I think called Boy, where it was about this little kid whose like dad is off at war, and then he's like, "I'm a special little boy," and then his parents or like his guardians are like, "Oh, maybe if you try really hard, you can bring it back by thinking about it." Haha. And then he goes to like a beach side, and he's like, "I'm a little boy. Bring my dad home." And then the next day, Fat Man is dropped, and he's like, "I did that." But it's played off as like, isn't that funny? And there was a ton of controversy because there was like, dude, like,
This guy's the
45,000 deaths. Isn't that hilarious, guys?
yeah, like,
biggest kill streak in human history.
So
And best KD. You can't beat that.
you can't beat that.
It's true. You really can't beat that.
well,
Pretty OP.
No, don't even.
No, tell
I'm
me
not
one
gonna
person-
further it. I'm
No,
not gonna
Tell me
further it.
one
Okay.
person who beat that KD.
I want to know the guy who like pulled or like pushed the button or pulled the switch for that bomb
Yeah,
to drop.
that guy has the biggest
That
KD
guy,
in history.
dude, that guy's conscience after that.
yeah.
Like, how do
Yeah.
you separate yourself from
I'm
that?
pretty sure there was an interview that came out right after they had dropped, and
Enola Gay. That's the name of the plane.
yeah, Enola Gay, the pilots of the Enola Gay, and I think some of the crew members were talking about, what had happened, and one of the dudes in the interview-esque thing just could not really get anything out. He just kind of had this hollow, sunken look to him that it looked terrible.
I imagine dropping that wasn't the only thing that they did. I imagine they also did other fighter plane things.
Yeah.
What if they
Probably
saw like,
been dropping bombs.
if they saw any part of the Pacific Theater, like,
Yeah, the
that would
Pacific Theater was
mess you up.
Seriously. Well, even if they weren't in the Pacific Theater, if they were in Europe or if they were in Africa at all, they would
Yeah.
still have been dropping so many bombs.
For Japan, they dropped these incendiary grenades that would literally it would literally raise entire cities. In
Yeah,
like a
fire
day.
bombings.
Yeah. They show that in Grave of Fireflies. It's very sad. That movie is painfully sad. It's one of the few times that I've almost cried in a movie.
Have you seen some of the before and afters of the fire bombings?
I haven't seen like actual pictures, but I've seen Grave of Fireflies.
So how it usually looks. So in those smaller towns that weren't the big central hubs for Japan,
Yeah.
they were all primarily made out of straw and wood.
Yeah.
And there are pictures of before, like 2 or 3 years before the actual fire bombings went down. There are a ton of buildings completely set up, but then a week or two after the fire bombings happened, there are after photos, and it just looks like flat, leveled concrete.
Yeah.
For the entirety of the eye can see. It's ridiculous.
It's
There's
insane.
nothing there.
Did you know that like a big like majority of like Japanese historical art and shit like doesn't exist for that very reason?
Yeah.
Because they've just building shit out of wood. So every time like
Yeah.
a nice like important shrine would have like dignified art in it, it'd burn down. They're like, fuck it, again with wood again.
Let's try it again.
Yeah.
So earthquakes and fires have like
Decimated.
raised
Yeah.
a lot of Japanese history.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like every other temple in Japan has been burned down at least once.
I wonder what the thought process is for the makers of those temples. They're like, well, didn't work the past 14 times, and those have all either been shattered or completely burnt. How about we try it again?
I think it was a palace in Sendai in Japan where they built it and then it burned down. And usually they're like, oh, we'll just build it again. This and then they were like, nah.
Can't be fucked.
So you go there and it's like, you're expecting like, oh, cool, like a castle. And then you get there and it's like a dude dressed in a samurai outfit. And he's like, I will be your tour guide through the ruins of nothing at this point.
Gaijin, I will guide you.
Welcome, Gaijin. Basically. But he's also in a samurai outfit. So you're like, honestly, I feel
safe.
It's pretty cool.
Have you guys ever
Gaijin isn't offensive at all in Japan. Like, they don't think it's an offensive word at all.
Is it just, what does it mean, foreigner or something?
It literally just means like foreigner.
I just
Foreigner,
realized
etc.
like the other day that fucking YouTube channel is called Gaijin Goomba.
Oh.
Gaijin.
You telling me that just made me
Yeah.
realize that. I never really liked his videos.
I
like how
didn't
he
either,
edited
and he's
them,
a fat
but-
piece of shit. I'm starting beef with this guy, episode 1. But I just saw his video in my recommended, and I was like, this motherfucker is calling himself foreigner Goomba.
Have you seen the videos of that chubby white dude walking around local Chinatowns and being like, clueless white guy orders...
Oh, yeah, Jiao Mao?
Yeah, Jiao Mao. He'll go around these these small Chinatowns and random places, or he'll be in China, and he'll name the title of it, Clueless White Dude Orders whatever bowl of food in perfect Mandarin Chinese. Have to see reaction. And then you click on the video and you watch it, and the guy will, start speaking Mandarin. And the person who's there just kind of cracks a small smile. They're like, oh, you speak Mandarin?
Yeah, they're
Like,
like,
he's
The
like,
Chinese
right.
don't
Oh,
care
cool.
because isn't Chinese considered to be like the second closest thing to English as an international language?
what do you
What?
mean?
It's,
Yeah, for business at
for
least.
business,
Oh, yes.
it's definitely
Yes.
Chinese.
You said closest. Do you mean like second most spoken?
Yeah.
Yeah, for business, international.
Internationally, it's
English. Did I even say English?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You
Cool.
said English and Chinese were close, and I was like, what the fuck are you on, dude?
Not like
Not
linguistic-
in...
I know what you mean now.
Yeah.
but
phonetically,
Yeah.
in the moment.
phonically.
Um, But the videos they're all the exact same.
Yeah, no, they're all the same.
There's at least 20 videos of him doing that. They're all the exact same. And every time, out of that pool of however many videos he's done with that, there have been maybe 2 or 3 of them where people were genuinely surprised and, wanted to sit down and talk with him.
Yeah.
It's because the government tells them that like Chinese is the ultimate overlord of the world,
know.
and everyone should speak Chinese.
yeah.
Similarly, though, there is another guy who does it. I don't know his name, but he's a man of black descent.
Oh, Ikena?
I can't. No, I can't. He's the dude who goes on VR chat.
Oh,
Oh, that's Ikenna.
No. This is a different guy.
Laishu?
Ikenna does
I don't
the
know.
VR chat thing.
Does he wear a GoPro?
Maybe, I don't know.
Dude, I could.
He speaks Cantonese, Mandarin, Japanese, Korean, a few other languages, and he goes around local marts and restaurants, and he'll just have these sit-down conversations with people in these really obscure dialects, like
Yeah.
Fuzhouese.
This is Lao Shu or something.
Yeah,
It's like a GoPro angle, right?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he'll go around, he'll speak a random bit of Thai to somebody or an African language, like he'll speak what is it called, like Swahili. He'll speak a little bit of Swahili to someone who you would never be able to deduce that it was Swahili unless you spoke it,
Yeah.
and there's so few speakers of it that it's it would be a bit shocking. So people are surprised in those videos.
Yeah.
And those ones aren't really that clickbaity because people are surprised because he's speaking small regional dialects that not a lot of people would know.
Right.
Yeah.
As where you have this...
Cook?
Huh?
Is this the guy who cooks also? Or am I thinking of another guy?
Yeah, I think you're thinking of another dude.
Yeah, it's a different guy. This guy just makes videos of him like talking to people.
Yeah. As where this fucking chubby white dude just walks around going, I order this food bowl in perfect Mandarin. I shock everybody in the restaurant. And then you click it and it's like, wow.
Dude, to order
This is
a
terrible.
bowl of food in any language, it's like you learn the verb and then you learned a bunch of nouns.
Yeah, no.
That's
Yeah,
it.
there's like, okay, well, to be fair, there is one video that I've seen of that guy where people in the restaurant are like legitimately surprised because he's having like a full-on conversation with the waitress, and the people in like next to him are like, "Wait, what?" they're like, "Huh?"
Huh?
The
But that's it.
Japanese are always kind of surprised. But like,
That's because they have to be,
yeah. Well, they don't have to be,
but it's
like part of their culture to like just be really nice to everybody,
especially dumb white people.
especially dumb white people. Gaijins.
You Gaijins.
Gaijin Goombas.
He's a dumb white person.
Yeah. What's funny is that one of my friends who I met online, he went out to Russia because he's tried to learn a little bit because he wanted to go out there. He went out he went to Moscow and he was asking for something in a restaurant, and he texts me and he goes, "Why is no one surprised that I'm speaking this?" I'm like, I don't know, because they expect you to speak it when you go out there. Like
Dude, Europeans do not care.
they don't care at all.
Dude, yeah, no, seriously. Like when I went to Spain and France, it was like the French people looked at you like, "Shut up."
Yeah, they're
They just get like, why are you talking? I speak perfect English, you
Yeah.
dumbass.
Can I have the croissant? They're
Well,
like,
the thing with
"Shut up."
French people is that they're more like, if you aren't perfect at speaking French, shut the fuck up.
it's very
Because
specifically
you might as well
Parisians
not.
too. Like,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they just have like their heads up their ass,
Yeah,
and they're like, "I'm
Well,
perfect."
it doesn't matter because
Not to
French
alienate the
suck.
French audience, but some of you are
Some of you
are assholes.
yeah.
Not gonna
the
lie.
French audience.
Not to say
It's
all
not
of
even just the French in France. It's the French in Quebec too.
Yeah, the Quebecois.
Okay, well, also their version of French is like a different language. Like
They're
if you-
still
It's the
cunts.
difference between like us talking and like a super thick New Orleans accent,
Right.
or like a Brazilian talking to like a person from Portugal.
Yeah.
Well, though Brazilian
Although-
Portuguese and
yeah.
Brazilian Portuguese and regular Portuguese is similar enough to where they can have a somewhat normal conversation. It would be like a Brazilian person talking to someone from deep inner Mexico City.
yeah, where it's like they'd be able to pick out words. My brother, he speaks fluent Portuguese, and he's able to speak Spanish, but like kind of broken Spanish. He also took 3 years. Or
Yeah,
4 years.
it's the same as like a Slavic language. Like if you're from Poland, you can pick out certain words in say Ukrainian or Russian, but it's gonna sound like really watered down and kind of dribbled nonsense.
Yeah.
But you can pick out certain pieces and kind of guess what people are saying.
It's like the difference between Swedish and Danish.
Yeah.
They say Danish sounds like you're speaking Swedish, but with a potato in your mouth.
Yeah, no.
That's pretty epic.
You can go just somewhat normal vowels, and then in Danish you just had the noise.
I think it's crazy that East
They all
Asian
sound like Seth
languages.
Rogen.
Dude, I reversed a laugh from one of my videos. It was the Drake and Josh YTP that I made.
Oh Jesus.
And it sounds like Seth Rogen's laugh, but I didn't realize it until after I'd posted it. And I was like, dude, I could have made such a good YTP joke out of the Seth Rogen laugh.
When you laugh, but Seth Rogen.
Anyways, I think it's crazy that East Asian languages like Korean and I guess is Taiwanese, like, is that any different from, is that just an ethnicity or is that a language as well?
Taiwanese, they have their own regional dialects, but for the most part, they speak a lot of people in Taiwan speak Mandarin.
Okay. What about, what's Singapore? What's that? That's what, what country is that long?
I don't actually know.
Malaysian. It's, anyways, but like East Asian languages like Japanese, Korean, they stem, at least like their letters stem from Chinese, but they sound literally nothing alike. My brother was talking to me, but I asked my brother about it because he knows a lot about like languages. He's the one who kind of got me into like studying languages. And he was like, yeah, like apparently Korean actually is more closely connected to like really weird dialects of Russian. Like I literally know nothing, so don't take my word for it, but
I would have expected
It's wild.
Mongolian.
maybe Mongolian.
No, because Mongolian's closer to Russian. It's infinitely. I mean, Mongolian uses Cyrillic script.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, they have.
There's nothing in Mongolia.
But it was probably only
wild.
started being like a thing after like communist Mongolia.
It started. I think it started happening right around when Russia in the Siberian area was pressuring the Mongol people to actually try to assimilate or to try and join small packs
Right.
or whatever.
But I'm thinking like early Mongolian, when like Mongolia was big,
Early
when
Mongolia.
it, like
Big.
owned China and
Didn't they
Korea,
own like a
that's
third?
when it would have influenced them. And then after Russian
They owned like a
influence,
third of the world.
Mongolian would fundamentally change.
Yeah,
Was it Attila the Hun or was it
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan?
Yeah.
Who was Attila the Hun from?
Came after,
Where's he?
and he was vibing around the Carpathian Basin, which is where modern day Hungary is right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wild stuff.
Yeah, I watched a movie that was, well, first off, there's one of the last episodes of Grand Tour, which is the Top Gear guys. That's what they did after Jeremy Clarkson punched the producer in the face, so they had to.
What was the story
Their
behind
forcibly
that?
were quit. He was just drunk, and the producer was like, "Maybe you shouldn't drink so much," and he was like, "Shut up!" and then socked him in the face or something.
Wow.
Chat.
Classic Jeremy Clarkson. But then the Amazon was like, "We can triple your budget," and they were like, "That sounds super sick." So that's how they started Grand Tour. But one of their last episodes, they go to Mongolia and they have to build a car. Like they drop from a plane like 7 days worth of food and a kit to build a car, and they have to drive like hundreds of miles to this town called Moron, and it's actually called Moron. It's amazing. But yeah, like they were asking the cameramen and the producers on like the set, which is just in the middle of the Mongolian desert. They were like how far away is it? Do you guys know how far away it is? And they're like, maybe 600, 700 miles. They're like, are you serious? And that is the closest town. And they're like, yeah.
Jesus.
Mongolia is crazy how deserted it is. And then I watched a movie called The Good, the Bad, and the Weird, I think. It was like a parody movie of The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, obviously. But it was Korean. And they filmed that in the Mongolian desert. And it just shows like there's nothing. It's crazy how empty it is. Like you always forget about like deserts and places because it's like you're just kind of glaze over it because there's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's like
That's when you're thinking about it.
it's probably like really spaced out like that because
Yeah.
it's like right next to Siberia.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you guys
There's not
seen
going over there either.
Yeah, I think you have Bald and Bankrupt.
Bald and bankrupt?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Never
Really?
heard of it.
I have no idea what that
He's
is.
this bald English dude who goes around to extremely rural, like country hick parts of Eastern Europe. Like not just exclusively Russia, but like he'll go to places where you would not be able to find it on a map unless you were searching for hours. We're talking like serious podunk farmer towns.
Mhm. This sounds legit.
Like he went to
Sounds cool.
a few different places in Chechnya.
Is this a movie or a series?
No, this is a YouTube channel.
Oh, that's super sick.
But he goes around to all these small, off the beaten path places. He checks out all the local, monuments or whatever. Has sit down talks with all the people. He had a video where he was drinking this really cheap, shitty beer with these two middle-aged like Russian boomers who were super pissed off because they were just drunk. And there was a point where one dude got so drunk where he was like, "Oh, why were you not fighting for Belarus during their independence wars?" And his friend goes, "Because he wasn't even born yet."
I think my older brother has a hat
Yeah.
from like the revolution in Belarus. Like he met some old Portuguese guy, and the old Portuguese guy was like, "Here, have this hat. It has a hammer and sickle on it. Isn't that cool?" My brother was like, "Thanks." So he has this hat. It was either that or the Liberian revolution. I can't remember. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about that area of the world. So
There's not a lot to know for the most part.
Iberia is kind of far from Belarus.
yeah, I know. But again, I don't know a lot about the world.
Figured I'd
of
say
that
it
part of the world.
Uh,
Yeah.
I did want to get back though to movies and entertainment mediums.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So,
Pornography.
Dude,
yeah,
okay.
hardcore porn.
Dude, I remembered this because of the Japanese thing we were talking about, the art.
Yeah.
Japanese porn. Old Japanese art porn.
Yeah.
Seen this?
You've shown us this
Yeah.
like 100
Yes.
times.
You've shown it to us.
The fisherman's wives.
Look
Yeah.
up the fisherman's wife right now.
I'm not gonna.
It's not that crazy.
Open up another tab. And
It
look
literally
up.
just
It
looks
really
like
isn't.
old Japanese
But it's
art,
like-
and then it's like, oh, there's a squid.
But like, it makes sense. It
We all know
makes
where this is
sense
going.
why
Yes.
it makes sense like why this was made. But like when
Yeah.
you think about like old European art, I'm sure there's porn of that. But like,
They have some like in cathedrals.
yeah, we put them up in
but, like,
museums.
it's just like
Yeah.
whoa, dude.
There's in one of my favorite anime movies, The Night is Young, Walk On Girl. There's a dude who collects that stuff, and he's a very funny and pervy man. The pervy part is not that funny because
Well, I mean,
sexual assault.
being pervy is like always a joke in anime.
Yeah,
It's a serious trope, and it really goddamn annoying because anytime I try to pick up an anime, main character is a incel perv, and it's like, I'm sorry.
Or
I
he's
can't
the
get
complete
behind
opposite, where he's
A
like
dumbass.
complete celibate but pulls.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. this. You know, like
one or
accidental
the other.
harem.
There's
like,
no normal
it's
Japanese.
That's what I hate a
manga
lot about
character.
yeah,
harem and anime,
yeah.
because that's how it is every time.
Yeah, no, it's always this dinky little celibate. Oh, I know nothing about sex. What's a vagina type character, main characters.
Oh my god, I know.
And for some reason, he has now this gigantic group of what we can only assume to be immensely hot women who any person would fall head over heels for,
Yeah.
just wanting to suck the soul out of this man for being a complete fucking loser.
Oh, you're a loser?
Every
Fuck.
time their reasoning is always like, oh, it's because you're so nice. No one's as nice as you are.
It's like
Bullshit.
It's like this is why we have nice guys. Okay.
Yeah.
nice guys. This is where nice guys
It's
started.
like
Eastern propaganda created the nice guy.
The Japanese created nice guys.
when you go
It
into
is
an anime,
attempt to sissify the Western male.
it's like I've tried watching a few different animes. I don't know the names of them because they bored me so much and they made me go fuck this so much that I just couldn't be bothered to remember the names.
Yeah.
But it would be scenes where this super hot school teacher with massive double E cup tits is talking with this student who for all intents and purposes is 18 years old. But
Yeah.
she's like,
well, in Japan, they can be as young as 13.
yeah, I know. I'm not delving into that.
No, that's
But-
not.
we can talk about that afterwards.
But
No.
but
For the record.
the student will be standing up in the front of the class talking to the teacher, and he'll be like nearly pissing himself, sweating super hard, shaking like he has Parkinson's. And the teacher will be like, "Oh, it's so cute. You can't even talk to girls. Do you want to come home and fuck me raw?" It's like, who finds this enjoyable?
This isn't an anime, this is a hentai.
Yeah.
Yeah, this just sounds like hentai.
Okay, well, it's not exactly, but you get the fucking point.
Were you on incognito or normal?
No, this was just like I was using hyperbole, but it's like you get the idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, of course.
I mean, that same kind of thing happens in Garden of Words, but like reverse. But not
Garden of
really.
Words was so beautiful.
It's
love that
insane
movie.
how pretty it is. Oh crap. I can't remember. Let's talk about Garden of Words instead. I was going to talk about anime.
I'm gonna have to sit out for this discussion then.
What about
I know nothing
Avatar?
about
Avatar. I haven't rewatched it yet.
The
like
movie or the TV show
I think it's
Okay,
good. I always
well,
remember the
in
bloodbending
general.
episode.
in general?
And there's no war in Ba Sing Se.
That never happened.
Avatar is by far one of my favorite all-time series, just because it was one of the shows I grew up with that I always watched with my dad.
I remember the series finale premiered when I was in Hawaii for the first time.
Oh man, the series.
And for some reason, it kept on announcing the time. It was like, series finale of Avatar The Last Airbender tonight at 8. But it was like working on PCT time, Pacific Standard Time, so like our time now. But Hawaii's 3 hours behind. So like, it premiered at 5, and I completely missed it.
Oh,
And I was like, that's
bummer.
garbage.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
You would
So-
think they would know.
I hear
Yeah,
everyone.
I don't know.
Like,
Maybe it's just because our specific house we were staying in, or...
I hear everyone like all the time talk about how like great Avatar is, but I think watching Teen Titans has like ruined episodic.
It is fairly episodic.
Ruined
You just got
episodic
Or the springs.
songs, episodic TV shows for me.
Yeah.
It's I find it really annoying in a storytelling way where it's like
It's frustrating.
At the end of the day, you know that nothing in the middle of the episode matters because
Yeah.
at the end everyone's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It's like that's the same reason why I hate like future plots. I
Yeah.
talked about this like so many times, but like in Teen Titans, they go in the future, and then like the next season, they're like Trigon's gonna destroy the fucking world, and it's like, well, obviously that's not gonna happen because I know in the future everyone's okay. Why would you do that?
There was a this is a super like actual brain dead example, but iCarly did that.
Wait,
Where it was a special episode of iCarly.
I know exactly which episode you're talking.
But it was like, is Carly gonna leave? And then like during that premiere of that like special episode of where it's like Carly might leave, they show like a premiere or they show a teaser for a future episode. That's like, are Sam and what's his nugget dating? Freddy
Yeah.
What's his nugget?
Yeah. What's his nugget?
or Sam and Freddy dating, and it was like, oh, then I don't care.
Yeah. After Teen Titans, I was like, I don't want to watch episodic shows anymore. And then I tried watching Avatar, and it was really episodic, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is not what
Well,
I'm
dude,
really
it's
interested
like,
in.
well, because obviously you know that he's gonna be okay.
It gets less episodic in the third season, I
Dude,
think,
the third
because
season
it starts
so
ramping up.
Good. Oh
Well,
my
I don't
God.
mind knowing that a main character is going to be okay, because obviously when you're reading something, you're like, the main character 90% of the time is going to live all the way to the end.
Yeah.
No problem. What I think is a problem is that a conflict is introduced and resolved in the same episode.
See, that's one thing I did like about Clone Wars is that it had conflicts that were drawn out over multiple episodes, even multiple seasons. One example was they're fighting this CIS admiral, that's the battle droid side. This guy named Admiral Trench, who's essentially just like a spider with some bionic parts to him.
Yeah.
Epic.
But throughout the entirety of the first few seasons, he was this insanely smart tactical Navy battle admiral. I couldn't think of the word. Who was just super good at what he was doing. He was taking out ships left and right, completely deconstructing campaigns, and the entirety of the Republic was trying to get this guy the fuck out because he was really fucking things up for everybody. And he lasted for a super long time. Like I'm pretty sure he lasted till season 7, which was the newest one.
Oh,
And
wow.
He was introduced, I think, pretty sure in season 1 or 2.
Jeez.
And
It's a long time.
each time they kept drawing it out, and it was like, "Fuck, are they gonna kill this dude or what?"
And then did they kill him?
Oh, eventually, yeah, he got fucking gutted.
Sick.
He got destroyed.
It's super sick.
But it took a long time, and when it finally happened, I had a little gamer boner. I was like, "Yes,
Half
Yes.
chub.
Yes.
Kill the man.
Kill the spider.
killed the spider."
Oh, he's a robot, so like.
Yeah.
Well, he's not a
robot
robot. He
spider.
has bionic parts to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it as bionic as like General Grievous? Or
Oh
like-
no, not by any means. Like he has like a red mechanical eye. He has a
okay.
few mechanical arms, but his regular
Body.
bionic.
Just put some soldering iron just right on his cheek. Just
I can't speak English right now.
soldering iron
Happens.
and sheet. That would just
Biomechanic.
leave like third-degree burns.
yeah, he's just got metal on his face.
Okay.
Yeah, it's chill.
Yeah, I don't think metal fuses the skin like that.
Dude,
Maybe.
it's Star Wars metal.
I've been burned by soldering iron and lead. It doesn't feel good.
I bet.
Yeah, no.
Speaking of
yeah.
Avatar, though, I feel like the reason they had to do the whole episodic thing was because it is a show. Like they
Right.
had to do that.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
was no
Not
way
every
around it.
show is episodic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
it's like it's Nick.
what my problem is with Avatar was like it's episodic and they don't feel connected.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they did jump in between.
They
shit
don't
a lot.
because it's like you watch one episode and Avatar's in a village and he saves the day, and then the next episode he's in a completely different spot.
How long is each episode? Is it 30 minutes?
No, it's
Around
only-
24
it's-
minutes.
It's around
yeah,
22
it's
to
so
24
short.
minutes.
But the thing is when I was watching the show, it felt like so long, and then I watched another show with an episode that was the same amount of time, and I was like, it was a Batman Beyond. Have you guys
Which I
ever
heard is
watched
pretty
that?
good.
Yeah,
I heard that's a really
the
good
episodes.
superhero show.
The episodes are 20 minutes long, but it feels like nothing happens in Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
But whereas in Avatar, it's like, oh my god, so much happened in 20 minutes.
Adventure Time is one of my favorite shows, and they switched to like episodic, I think season 6. And that's considered like one of the roughest seasons because there was so much jumping back and forth. But it's only like 11-minute episodes. So it was so frustrating where it's like, yo, Finn and Flame Princess, isn't that cool? And my little 14-year-old brain was like, that is very cool and hot. Get it? Flame.
thing is,
Anyways.
Finn and Flame Princess only happened for
Like a season.
it happened for a season, maybe even a little bit less than that, because
Yeah.
it wasn't super long. Then it just kind of got cut off.
That was what's really cool though. It has consequences. That was the first show as a kid where I remember it having like consequences.
Right.
Finn loses his arm like 2 or 3 times, and then one of the times he gets replaced with grass, and then that grass becomes sentient and tries to kill him.
I think you just like perfectly worded what I feel is like a problem with episodic formats is
Consequences.
there's no consequences.
yeah.
That's
It's
a big
like
thing.
at the end of the day, Robin and the gang are gonna be okay. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there was one episode in Teen Titans where it was a flash to the future where all the Titans had disbanded and
Right.
everyone had become all destitute and living on their own.
Yeah.
And when I rewatched the series, I thought, shit, if they actually did that instead of just saying, oh, this is a flash to the future, but then we're coming back because everything's going to be okay because they have to be,
Yeah.
that would have worked out way better. I think that would have been a lot cooler. especially with how the show ended off.
With the fucking cliffhanger.
With the fucking cliffhanger with Tara and Beast Boy, yeah, that shit made me sad.
Yeah, what was the cliffhanger all about again?
So what happened was Tara was twisted by Shade to go against the Titans to try and bring them down because he was manipulating her to be like his right-hand kind of enforcer type deal. And
Yeah, I remember that.
Beast Boy had a relationship going with Tara for a while before she had been corrupted by Shade.
Mm-hmm.
But
Why are you calling him Shade?
Slade.
Slade?
Oh yeah, it's Slade.
Slade, my bad.
Shade.
I didn't catch it either, but I know it's Slade.
So anyway, yeah, I knew that was Slade. But
Fuck off.
so wasn't it at some point they had finally kind of knocked the shit out of Tara and gotten her kind of captured?
No, what they did was like Tara was like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you guys," and Beast Boy was like, "Dude, we're supposed to bang. You can't kill me if we don't bang."
Well, they're underage.
And then you're right, they're teenagers.
They were gonna hold hands. That's
We're
it.
gonna intimately hold
Hug.
each other.
We might kiss.
And Tara was like, "Oh my god, you're right. Being powerful isn't everything. Slade is just using me, and you guys were the ones who were really there for me."
Yeah, that's what
And then she buries Slade into a fucking volcano,
Yeah.
Epic.
and then Slade gets resurrected by Trigon.
Yeah, but then she
Dang it, Trigon.
went back to living her normal life as well as she could.
No, she became a stone statue. And then when they came back from the arc where I forget the evil team's name, but the evil team like kidnapped all the teenage like superheroes around the world, and then Beast Boy had to save everyone.
What?
Well, I'm jumping all the way to the end though.
So am I.
Well, because at the end of the show though, she
Yeah, after they get back from that, they go to visit Tara because she was a statue, and Beast Boy's like, "Where's the statue?" And then he sees Tara alive again.
Oh
in
shit,
the
shit,
city.
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And she's like, "I'm not Tara, fuck off."
Oh, so she like had dementia or something?
She either has memory loss or is faking memory loss.
Yeah.
We don't know because a sixth season never came out.
Was there supposed to be?
Yes.
Yeah, there was.
But
Oh.
Cartoon Network was like, everyone, redraft your shows. I don't care how good they are or how long they've been running. Redo it.
The way the show ended off, it definitely felt like she was just playing stupid the entire time.
It did seem like that, yes.
Because when Beast Boy and Tara were talking at the school, there was a few pauses when they were speaking, and like the animation in her face kind of made it as if she was like thinking about what to say when Beast Boy was trying to say like, "Hey, it's me. We were gonna have sex, remember?"
No.
They were
No,
great.
they were
Hold each
going
other,
to
and
kiss.
then
They were going to
at
hold hands
18,
and
they would
maybe
have
kiss.
sex.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Sorry, but she,
Foreigners are like, Americans are a bunch of idiots. Like
she was just like, I don't know you," and then walked off, and he's Tara, and then the show ends, and then my 13-year-old heart was left destitute. Then I rewatched it, and then my 17-year-old heart was left destitute.
Oh my God, I know.
Well, another interesting thing about Adventure Time is how it ends. Is like it flashes forward into the future and everything is destroyed.
Wait.
Like nothing is left.
Wait,
Did
what?
you get an
Yeah.
I got an ad on Instagram, but did you see this
The
new
HBO
Adventure Time?
Yeah, they released one episode of it. It's a full hour long.
Have you watched it?
I don't have HBO Max.
I saw
really
the
want
ad
it, though.
for it, and the clip they used was really not interesting.
Yeah, the trailer looks not great, but the reviews of it are really good. So I'm excited to watch it. I just need to get HBO Max. But they jump forward a lot in Adventure Time. There's the Grable's episodes where just like they show little snippets of like the gang like learning lessons and stuff, but it's like a whole connected thing. But they jump like thousands of years into the future and there's nothing left, and it's kind of wild, like the theories behind it, you know. I follow the Adventure Time subreddit, so I'm pretty deep.
I'm in deep.
Did you guys ever watch Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
You ever see the point of that?
No.
Wait, what? Why?
Yeah, Blue fucks the redhead chick.
The redhead chick? The really tall thing? That was a dude.
No,
No.
the lady who owns the house.
Was she hot?
No, she doesn't
She's a
own the
fucking
house.
cartoon.
The
Nathan.
old lady owns the house. I think that's her granddaughter.
Yeah, she runs everything.
Frankie.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Looking
Frankie.
this up right now?
Did you just look it up?
Are you looking up
I was looking at the character names.
Rule 34?
I was trying to see what the old woman's name was.
Yeah, I've seen that shit on 4chan so many times. It before the cat. What's her name?
The cat?
from
Coco?
Gumball.
Oh yeah,
The mom?
Peter.
The mom.
What are their names? The Watsons?
Nicole Watson, Watterson.
Watterson.
Yeah, Miss Watterson getting fucked or whatever.
Oh my
That was like
God.
that before. That was that before that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that the video of Blue? And
It is kind of a similar vibe to the show.
it's like everywhere.
Well, the way I remember seeing it when I like going through the 4chan threads and you'd see it, it was pretty much in the exact animation style as the TV show.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
It was like picture perfect.
That's impressive.
Speaking of Teen Titans, so get this. I'm subscribed to the Teen Titans like subreddit, right?
Yeah.
Scrolling through it, this is like 2 days ago, right? And there's a scene. I'm like, I don't recognize this scene. I've watched this show like 50 fucking times. What is this?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, and it looks exactly like the show. And all of a sudden, this tentacle monster grabs Starfire and spreads her legs. And I was like, what? Like some porn animator got that shit down perfectly. He looked
impressive.
exactly like the TV show.
Yeah,
That
there are quite a few like porn spoofs of shit that'll just float around sometimes of old cartoons that look pretty much identical to the original animation of TV shows.
And
And
the animation's really easy.
yeah, it's really easy, but still, it makes you kind of double take, and you're like, well, this wasn't in the show.
This hurts me a little bit.
You know what actually fucking pisses me off?
Ugh.
That porn animator looked like his animation of Teen Titans looked so much more like the original Teen Titans than the Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans movie.
Wait, there was a movie?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
Teen
Well, I know
Titans
there's
Go
Teen Titans
versus-
Go to the movies.
Yeah, and that's not what I'm talking about.
That's not that movie
There's
we're
Teen
talking
Titans
about.
Go versus Teen Titans, and it brings back the original Titans.
What?
But the art style's all bunged up. Like they
Oh.
fucked up on that order hard.
Yeah.
But some porn animators like, no, I have the exact animation style locked.
To be fair though,
On
But a
Lock.
whole fucking
I'm pretty
team
sure
can't
that
do
porn
it?
animator made that porn when the show was still in its prime, and it was you could still like fucking Newgrounds was the hot spot for porn.
Was it really? I used Newgrounds all the time as a kid. I never found anything.
Dude,
too
Newgrounds
crazy.
used to be filled with porn. It
Yeah.
still is, but it used to be a fucking hub.
How did I skirt that? Like all my entire childhood.
I
They're-
think
they're
the
ratings
first
there.
like porn I saw was from Newgrounds, but someone uploaded it onto YouTube. It was like a Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time parody, and like every female character was just like completely naked all the time.
Huh.
So
God,
excuse me, the fish lady from the water area.
Yeah.
There's like
Her
a
name's
scene.
Zora? No.
Yeah, they're Zoras, is what they're called.
Oh,
The
they're
rape.
called Zoras.
I don't
Yeah.
remember her name though.
Yeah.
But there's a scene of her, and it was like a really funny like animation. I remember it being really funny, and it wasn't like primarily porn. She was just naked in it, right?
That sounds like Newgrounds.
There was no fucking or anything,
All right.
but I was laughing my ass off. It's fucking hilarious. And then my mom comes in with naked fish girl on screen. My mom's like, "You cannot watch this. No boobs." I'm like,
No
"Fuck,
boobs.
dude, it's funny. It's just."
Yeah.
No boobs, not at all. Please.
Newgrounds is wild. I love Newgrounds though. A lot of famous YouTubers came to Newgrounds, but now they're either Let's Players or vloggers. It's kind of sad.
Because animation has died.
Yeah.
Animation on YouTube is dead.
Animation hasn't died. It's just there aren't a lot of good animators out there, and the ones that are good barely upload any fucking content anymore.
Or
Right,
storyteller
because the animating
animators.
takes
Yeah.
a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Animating takes a long
exactly.
time, and
Because of that,
9
you get
times
fucked
out of
by the
10,
algorithm.
you get fucked by one of two things. One, you get demonetized because the YouTube algorithm will demonetize you for showing a fucking toenail. And the second
This is true.
is you'll have some
knows?
some douchebag will rip your video, upload it to 30 different websites,
Yeah.
and click farm off that, which means you get no traction to your video at all.
Right.
That's why a lot of the big animators just kind of pulled out and said, fuck this, I'm going to either do something else or just quit.
That's why a lot of Vine stars never. That's why Vine crashed.
Yeah.
In general, not even counting
Big deal
Poor Vine.
for
Poor
like
Vine.
good animators
Vine.
is that you'll spend a really long time uploading or like working on a video, and then because YouTube doesn't favor channels that upload irregularly, they just don't really show anyone your video in the recommended. So even if it is really good and people want to see it, it doesn't show up for them, so people don't even know it's out.
That's why Storytime animators are like pretty massive right now.
Those are the only animators who see success
It's like
right now.
Domix and Odd Ones Out.
Yeah.
And kind of Jaden
Like,
Animation.
there's a animator I follow right now called Meat Canyon, and he doesn't upload, super intermittently. He uploads maybe like once every month or so. But even then, I'm subscribed to the dude, and he doesn't show up at all in my fucking inbox. I have to actively search him out and go in to see if he's uploaded anything.
I thought one of my favorite YouTubers is Ralph the Movie Maker. I thought he hadn't posted like
Yeah, I
all
know.
year. And then I checked, and he has like 3 new videos out that I hadn't seen. One of them being an hour long. It was awesome. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, no,
like,
there are videos
YouTube is
that
so stupid.
I won't get at all,
Sometimes.
despite me frequently watching the channel consistently. Like Ralph the Movie Maker was one of them. I was watching his videos, like video after video, day after day, because I thought they were hilarious.
Yeah.
Then I see he uploads a new video, and 3-4 days ago, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why isn't this in my sub box?
Yeah. I don't get it. I still get like recommendations for people I've unsubscribed to for like years. I got recommended a video from I think Jared Dines. I think he's like a guitarist dude. I
Yeah.
find him pretty annoying, but
Yeah.
you can now click the "Don't recommend me this channel" thing though.
I've done that, and they
That
still
doesn't
recommend
work.
fucking
That
videos.
shit's such a fucking lie.
Same
but
thing
I did that for
Speaking of
Vox, and they still come
recommended
back.
videos. Have you guys been getting recommended videos from like 2007?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
no,
awesome.
that's the thing.
They're always the best.
People in the
It's
comments
really
will be like,
weird.
"Oh, 10 years later."
I know.
Uh,
Shit's weird.
I hate the YouTube comment section. It's atrocious.
I hate every
It's
comment
a
section.
cesspool.
I actually like the Reddit comic section.
It's
Kind of the-
dependent on the thread.
Yeah.
yeah, no, Redditors think they're hilarious.
They're not.
They're not.
Okay, I mean, I'm not even.
Some are.
I don't-
Some are. On occasion, it's like, okay, that was funny. But most of the time, no.
Yeah. You have to follow the right subs.
Most
This
meme
is true.
subreddits aren't fun.
Oh, they're.
No.
They're fucking
really bad.
terrible.
I think
Don't even waste
retard.
your
r/
so
the
great.
pack is fucking
Oh,
hilarious.
I've been following the pack for years.
I haven't heard.
I didn't get it at first. It's like memes with like crazy like words like Microsoft.
It's like crazy
word text.
fire and ice animated impact font.
It's like the memes where it's like,
Yes.
"Shut up, mom. I'm
Shut up, mom.
godlike
I'm
right
cranking
now."
my hog right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, motherfucker.
Yeah, like that.
love that
Or one of
shit.
them is like, "Why are there so many wolves? Please, somebody delete all these wolves." And it's just like a giant wolf.
Yeah.
So
It's so dumb.
it's basically just a modern meme.
Yeah.
It's just like the epitome.
Or it's like some shit where I'd be like, I want to be suns out, guns out, but I don't want to get melanoma. Put that sunscreen on and mother effer. Aru, crank that hog while you're at it.
Mother effer.
It's always motorcycles and wolves.
Yeah. It's motorcycles,
Skeletons?
wolves, and there's a lot of skeletons.
Yeah, I was
Dude,
gonna say.
one of my all-time favorite memes, when it's like biker with Duschetti, and it's like
Biker
the
with
two
spaghetti.
forks and the guy's like holding up the spaghetti.
Oh, yeah,
and he looks
yeah.
like a dude from Duck Dynasty.
Yeah, no, that's such a good
I
one.
love that meme so much.
Dude, memes are so good. Well,
Not all
memes-
the
Not
time.
all memes.
Okay,
Going back to Vine real quick. Vine did not age well.
Only a spoonful.
no. Dude, Vines aren't funny.
No. But that's a good meme.
Yeah.
The audience can't see it.
Yeah.
It's
Very epic.
I was doing it so you could see it.
No, let's just not tell them.
Soy boy.
Let's not tell
They
them.
don't. Yeah, they don't.
They don't need to know.
Yeah, you guys aren't cool. You don't get to see anything.
It's not gonna.
Follow r/the pack and then
you will get it.
and then you'll get it.
And you'll get it after. Like,
yeah,
searching for
Vines
300
aren't
posts.
funny.
No,
Vines
they're
are
like
not funny.
anti-funny. Like the 21 Vine, I quote that constantly, but
Only
it's
a
not
spoonful.
funny.
It's
Or only a spoonful. Have you seen the one where it's like, I think you sent it to me, where it's they Photoshop it for him to have like a normal size.
Yeah,
spoon.
regular size spoon. Yeah.
The only reason I find the only a spoonful video funny is because I just have that picture of King Botch holding that spoon, and then it says "big spoon for big poops." But other than that, that video sucks, utter garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, ever since that started popping up again, I wouldn't even say only a spoonful. I would just say in response to things, comically big spoon, and that would be it. I
You
wouldn't
know-
say anything
you know
else.
Plus
what's
10,
better?
plus 10, 20.
You know what's better than fucking only a spoonful? Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
I don't remember. You guys say that all the time, but is
Baba Booey.
that a reference to a Vine?
Baba Booey.
No.
Baba Booey.
Oh, you just like saying Baba
Baba
Booey.
Baba Booey. You don't know the Baba Booey mean?
No, I don't. I was just about to hop in on it, but I feel like a
I'm
pause.
Picture
unaware.
of Godzilla just walking into the water, and there's giant impact text that says Baba Booey.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
Almost
the?
as good as my Konnichiwa dog.
Oh, dude,
That's a
Konnichiwa.
perfect video.
Konnichiwa, dog. Oh, God. I love that. Yeah, for
Konnichiwa.
if you guys can't tell, we're not the best at visualizing images
No.
for audio listeners.
Here's the story about the Konnichiwa dog. Somebody, I think it was on r/streetwear, somebody posted a picture of them wearing like, I think it might have been like African garb, but they were also walking their like greyhound. So it was like a really slender dog. And I was like, yo, that dog is sick. And immediately what popped into my head was the intro to Crazy Train and the word Konnichiwa. So then I made that into a meme. And that's it. That's the meme.
It's pretty fucking good.
It's a good. I think
Another
I
good
have
one
it
is
on
Monkey Monday.
Monkey Mondays is good, but I got that from a Discord server that I'm on. I did not make that video.
Have you seen the
But that is an excellent
meme popping
video.
up lately of the monkey doing sign language where he has an orange?
No.
Like
Monkey doing sign language.
the
One
monkey
where
was
it's like, you give me,
yeah.
I eat.
You give me orange, I eat. Give you me, I take orange. You eat, give me you.
Okay, no, there was an Onion thing. This reminded me of that.
monkey.
There was an Onion thing where they were like telling a monkey or an ape that he was gonna die, and he became like conscious of his own mortality. And then he's like telling the translator, he's like, "I'm going to die. It's okay." And he's like telling them to say goodbye to him. And then he tries.
so
they catch him
sad.
trying to kill himself.
Oh my god! That's so sad.
It's not real because it's from the Onion.
That's still hilarious to even think about.
That's still like
I think that's
Like
hilarious.
that. It was like the Onion thing that they were like trying. It was like scientists trying to like teach the monkey about like mortality, and then it backfired. It's so good.
So
running
monkey
out of
learns about
time, but-
mortality and tries to kill itself.
Yeah, we're running out of time, so I have to talk about something really important.
yeah. I was about to say that like we should save talking about animals' mortality for the next episode.
The
It's epic.
Minecraft menu wallpaper map was found.
It was found.
Yeah, they found the
Like the
seed.
game seed.
Pack.png, I think.
No,
is-
not that one.
that one was found too, though.
I don't think so. I looked into that also and didn't find it.
Or was that the one that wasn't?
I think that one's still in progress.
Oh, dang.
They're still looking for it.
I also first follow r/Minecraft, even though
I don't follow our.
I don't care about Minecraft really
Bunch of
anymore.
fucking redditors.
Whatever. You go on 4chan.
No, he doesn't. He goes on Reddit.
I go on Reddit too.
Yeah, he's pranking us.
Confirm
In
Redditor.
in true Redditor fashion, pretending to not be a Redditor.
You guys use Reddit?
Yeah, you guys.
I don't.
Reddit.
I don't use Reddit. I use
Redditor applies. The term
8chan.
Redditor applies to people who make being a part of Reddit a part of their lives.
Yeah, I
where
don't.
all they
Yeah.
care about is letting people know that they use Reddit, and those people are the slugs.
That's
If at
kind of-
any given point you unironically bring up how much karma you have, you are a redditor.
Dude, that's-
1,000%.
I don't
You
even-
probably have.
But just
nectar there
saying-
growing on your.
I have 12k karma. I'm just
No
throwing
one
that
cares.
out there. You know.
Yeah, well, I have
Like-
13k, so suck my balls.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gage has mad Reddit karma for some reason.
Yeah, I'm a comment god, dude. What can I say?
Because he posts about his $800 watch, and they're like, "Oh my."
Dude, my older brother has the
400. Suck my balls.
older brother has one of the top comments on a Joe Rogan Ben Shapiro clip.
Oh god.
He said, if you put this video to 2 times speed, Joe Rogan sounds like Ben Shapiro, and Ben Shapiro sounds like a disclaimer in a medicine ad. And I was like, that deserves top comment. That's actually pretty excellent. GG, Jake. I could say my brother's name. I say him in one of my videos.
Dude,
Also,
you just said GG. Are you
gotta
a
say-
gamer?
Yeah.
Stop.
Every time I go through Reddit, any thread that has or any amount of decent amount of karma, like talking 5,000 plus, when I see comments with the tag edit, I immediately brace myself for immediate self-destruction. And then I read it and I see the word thank, and I
Thanks.
go, oh no, thank you, kind stranger.
I don't get why everyone has to use the same
for the gold
stupid
kind
phrase.
stranger.
Because it was made, it was a Oblivion meme, and then for some
Oh,
reason it
yeah.
got brought
I remember
over
being
from
told that.
Oblivion to Reddit.
Reddit loves Oblivion. I think
Yeah,
they
no,
love
they
it
do.
more than Skyrim. Do I follow? I think I might follow r/Skyrim. I need to unfollow that.
But every single time I go into a comment and I see edit, thank you for the gold kind stranger. I'm like, man, if I were there,
r/title gore.
Now I know never to play Oblivion because I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
have you guys seen the subreddit r/IHaveReddit?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
I have Reddit is also pretty good, but I think that one's devolved and just people posting whatever they want.
Yeah, no, the one
Less.
I go on,
Yeah.
it picked up quite a bit recently, but it's just constant posts of super innocuous shit. Like someone says a joke that no one will be able to do is a joke, and then someone says that's stupid. Why'd you say that? And the person replies, r/whoosh. It was a joke, retard. And then they get posted at r/IHaveReddit, and the tagline will be like, "These fucking degenerates can't stop. I swear, they're like a parasite."
I know.
Dude. Oh, there's a subreddit called, I think it's like the Rice and Beans subreddit, where it's a subreddit with like 50k subs with no posts, because they only open the floodgates for posts like whenever they hit a milestone, and they only do it for 24 hours. And they have a theme. Last theme was only pictures of newts and cars. It was really weird, but it's
sick.
I'd follow it, please. I want it to hit the next milestone.
It doesn't
What's the
matter
next
because
milestone?
the best subreddit on Reddit is r/whenyoucome.
Yeah.
And it's pictures. You
It's
can
the
only
same
post
picture.
one picture, and that is when you come.
It's just the exact same picture. It's incredible.
Actually, I have seen that.
Yeah.
Reddit before.
I'd be surprised if Israel hasn't shown you, actually. It's pretty...
Yeah, I feel like we've all seen it.
And then we've all seen that one.
Have you not seen it, Gage? Because if you hadn't, then you're confirmed not Redditor, and I think you might have to leave the podcast after the first episode.
If this is a Redditor podcast, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to be a Discord admin so bad.
Dude,
You want to be a
holy crap. So I'm on the... I think we should end on the Jay Schlatt Discord moderator topic. But I'm on
Only
the...
you have expertise. on
I have expertise. I've been there for over a year. It is one of the worst Discords I've ever been on, but I love staying there just to see all the really awful right-wing political memes. Because that's all it is at this point. Somebody debated about like anarchy and communism today. It was really... Anyways,
yeah.
That's literally every day in my server.
yeah, that's why I left.
I know.
Anyways, but apparently there was a moderator before I got there, and then he was like, I don't want to talk anymore. So then he just stopped talking, and there hasn't been a message from him since the entire time I've been in the server. Second person, he was a furry, which, whatever, you can do whatever you want. I don't care, as long as you're not forcing me to be a furry, which is very unlikely. But people kept
Be
on
a furry.
making fun of him for being a furry. No, stop, Nate.
Be
Who said
a
that?
furry.
Shut up, Nate. But people kept on making fun of him for being a furry, so then he was like, hey, all you guys. And then he left. And then like, well, now we're down 2 moderators. And then later that year, there was a scandal that one of the moderators was dating a 17-year-old boy. It was a gay relationship. That part is like, whatever, again. But then they were like, oh, actually, I'm Korean. Ha ha ha. But they're like, we've seen pictures of you. You were white. And then he's like, well, yeah, but I always say my Korean age. Why? That just makes you look... No, you'd be older if you were your Korean age, because they start at 1.
Yeah, that's that.
So does that mean he's 16? Anyways, but yeah, pedophilia.
If he says he's 17 and he's stating his Korean age, then yeah, he would be actually 16.
It was really weird. Yeah, so then that person was like, oh, I've decided to step down as a moderator, so see you guys. And then Jay Schlatt left the server. He was like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm making fat cash, so I don't need y'all anymore. See ya.
So when are you going to pull Excalibur from the ground and just take over the Jay Schlatt?
I've tried so many times, but there's this dude named Zenith, actually kind of a cool guy, but he makes videos exactly like how Schlatt used to make videos, and he's slowly taking it over. It's very sad. I've tried so many times to charge coup d'etat. Oh, and then another moderator was like, yeah, the server sucks, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
So
So
and he
who's
was,
left?
this
plebs?
dude named Joshi. His icon is that dude with glasses who does like the political nightly show.
Oliver?
Jamie?
No, not the British guy.
Stephen Colbert?
Yeah, he has a picture of Colbert, him going like making a little smirk like that. That's his image, and it always makes me upset for some reason.
'Cause
He's a pretty good moderator, but like that's the only person left. And I think this other chick named Monica, who actually I'm pretty good friends.
Wait, well, Monica is on the other server.
Yeah, you've talked to Monica.
I have?
Yeah.
I've talked to a girl?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Your girlfriend's
I'm
gonna
fucked.
rip your cock.
And on that note, unless you have something to say, Gage.
Yeah, fine.
No, he's
No,
cringed. This is the end.
Nah, he's
Yeah, no, you
All
just totally just made this whole situation cringe. This has been the first episode of the CTTV
I
podcast.
don't want to be a part of this anymore.
Thank you
joking.
for tuning in.
Thanks for listening,
joking.
guys.
We really appreciate it. Bye.
beginning to feel like a brap god.